Hello, I'm here in beautiful forest, close to where my mother lives, because I'm visiting my mother. And I just had an idea how to sit on this bench, and I didn't know whether the lighting was going to be good or whether it was going to be quiet, and it's perfect. I'm going to show you first the view. It's a spectacular view. And I can even see the peninsula where I live. And over a bit further along there you have Oslo, which you can hardly see. And at some angle I can almost imagine what it was like before people settled here. But of course we have settled here and we're making the best of it. So this is day 3 of my shifting your mindset challenge. And again, why should we shift our mindset? Can't we just go on as we are? Well, are you happy? And if you're happy, then maybe you have shifted your mindset to where you want to be. It's fantastic. Share it. I'd love to hear that. But most of us carry a few stories and beliefs that actually are not very beneficial for us. They don't do us any service. They don't help us very much. So this is why I, at the spur of the moment a few days ago, decided to do this challenge, and without really advertising anything. But I see some people have seen the replays, and so I'll continue doing it. And today I'm going to drop the big bomb, because it's the foundation of everything. It's your relationship with yourself. I was going to do relationships first, and then in my morning meditation I realized, no, can't start there. We have to start with ourselves. And to some people this is very challenging and frightening, but it's not, because you are a beautiful self. So I'll start with that. I'll start reminding you of your uniqueness, because there is no one anywhere in this world exactly like you. And there's no one who can even pretend to be you. And you cannot pretend to be anyone else but you. You are the one person you're going to be stuck with all your life. And so you'd better fix that relationship. It better be a good one if you're going to have a life that you can enjoy. And a lot of us don't have a very good relationship with ourselves. There's a lot of self-talk that is quite... If you would talk to a friend like that, that friend would probably punch you in your face or something. So this is something I urge you to look at and change, fix if you like. I used to have terrible self-talk. It was full of crap, just to put it that way. And it took a while before I realized how powerful that self-talk was. But it isn't really necessarily very difficult to change, and it doesn't necessarily demand a lot of nitty-gritty self-scrutinization to do. Yes, that's part of the journey, but it's actually a very rewarding journey eventually, especially when you start loving yourself and coming closer to yourself. You actually appreciate being shown the things that stop you, that obstruct you, that are not beneficial to you, because you want to move towards a better place. And again, this is my challenge, shifting your mindset, because I invite you, I want for you, as I do for myself, a happy life, a good life. So this is why I'm doing this, and this is the reason I do any of my work. So the relationship with yourself. Are you aware of your thoughts regarding yourself? Are you aware of what you say to yourself in any given situation? We talked about the last thought in the evening and the first thought in the morning. Are they related to you in one way or another? And are they good, or are they do they put you down? Are they strict? Are you strict with yourself? Are you angry with yourself? A lot of people have a lot of self-loathing. I used to. And only see the things that they don't like about themselves. We're going to try and shift so that you can start seeing the things that you can like about yourself first, the things that are good about yourself now, in this moment, so that you can start to appreciate those things that you think are not good. Because I promise you, you're wrong. You're a beautiful person. You are, and this is also this is my deep, deep belief in everything I do now, that we are essentially love. This is our essence. We come from this unconditional love that is creation. We are part of creation. We are divine. This is our divinity. And I'm so convinced about this. And it sort of permeates everything I do and choose to do now. And I urge you to give it a thought. Try and imagine that you have a speck somewhere in there, if you don't believe this at all, but there's a speck in your center, in your heart, like a little spark, that is this love, this unconditional love of creation, that you are connected to creation. You're connected to all it is, but you have your center. And this is your physical manifestation of your essence. So it's an expression of you. And this expression, you can do whatever you want with it, of course, but you can make it into a beautiful experience for yourself. And this is my invitation. So we're going to do a little meditation at the end of this, like I did yesterday, about sort of bringing yourself closer to yourself and centering your heart. But first, I'm going to give you a little assignment. And it is to, the next day, notice your thoughts. Because there's one thing we need to do and need to be when we want to shift our minds. We need to be, we need to practice. And we need to dedicate ourselves to noticing what's going on in order to shift, and in order to step back and noticing, what's going on, rather than just reacting. So that you can make the choice to live the life that you really want to live in your essence. And I have my dog here, and he's trying to sort of, he's running away in the forest here. I'm just going to make sure he doesn't get away from me. So the assignment would be, try to notice your thoughts. And you don't necessarily need to go around, what am I thinking about myself, and attack yourself for not noticing. Just anytime you notice, oh, that wasn't a very good thought. Oh, that made me feel, ooh, what was that? Or I don't like that part of myself. Every time I don't like, is it something about you that you're attacking? Notice it. And the next part of this assignment, which is actually maybe the first step, take notice of one thing in you, physical, mental, your skill, something that you've created, anything about you that you like. It doesn't have to be big, it can be as small as anything, but it's one main thing. If you have many, perfect. But if you can only find one, start with one. We always start with one, and then we can expand from there. One thing about yourself that you appreciate or like or are proud of or know that is a good thing, because there is, I promise you, there's something beautiful. There are lots of beautiful things about you. Notice one or two and write it down on a piece of paper and make a note of it in your mind, so that every time you notice that you're talking down on yourself, shift it. Bring in that one thing that you like. Practice shifting your focus. Because if you start fighting your negative thoughts, you're going to give them more attention. We don't want to give them more attention. We want to shift. And the best way to shift your position is to turn around or to find a different focus. So shift. Every time you find a negative thought about yourself, about something you do, a fear that you have about not being good enough, anything that feels cringy, that you turn on yourself and shift it. Bring closer to yourself. Bring your focus to that one thing that you really like, and then you can expand as you go along, but practice with the one thing first. That's my exercise for today. I'm going to help you with that little meditation again. For those of you who don't have a meditation practice or don't know how to center yourself or how to connect to your beauty in your heart, I'll just give you this little meditation that I also did a version of yesterday. And it's not a long one, and you can do it anywhere. You can do it with your eyes open if you're not in a place where you can close them. There can be people around, it doesn't matter. It's just 3 deep breaths and then a short visualization. So just put the intent of taking a few breaths. Take a deep breath in, and as you do, bring yourself in towards your center. Everything that you've scattered around in time and space, breathe it in, and as you breathe out, anchor it down in your tummy and your hip area. And with the next breath, breathe in everything of your energy that's scattered anywhere in time and space. Bring it into yourself, into your center, to your core. And as you breathe out, anchor it deep down in your belly and in your hip area, in your root. And with the third breath, breathe in the last remnants of your energy scattered anywhere. Gather it together into your center, to your core. And as you breathe out, feel how it anchors in your root, grounds you. And then you can let your breath go, find its own rhythm, and bring your focus to your heart. You can bring your hands to your heart if you're in a place where you can do that, or just imagine it. Imagine that you can feel or see or sense that spark. Yesterday I talked about a light. It can be the same, but I want you to imagine that this spark or this light is the essence of love. And if you don't know what that means, it doesn't matter. It's there. Just trust it. Just sense, feel. What does this spark feel like to you? What does it look like to you? Imagine it. Is it like a little crystal or a light? Whatever form it takes for you, it's beautiful. And imagine how that you can see how this little spark radiates out light, color, energy out from your heart, from the center, out through your body in a big wide circle through your entire body, past your body, creating a bubble of energy around your body. Expand until you have this big beautiful bubble of light or energy or whatever it looks or feels like to you, an arm's length around your body, all around. And put the intention of self-love in there. Even if you don't believe it or understand what that means, just put the thought of self-love and appreciation in this bubble, in this energy, so that this can help you and carry you through your day. And bring your attention to your heart again. Thank yourself for taking this moment to yourself, to your life, and then you can let go. And if your eyes are closed, you can open them. If not, just let it go and move forward in your day, dedicated to finding your own beauty, your own worth, uniqueness. And I wish you a beautiful day, and I'll be back tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye.